think that's an impossible task. But I think it's rather saying, I'm not going to play with God. I'm not going to play with Mother Nature. I'm not, if I know I'm a recovering alcoholic, I'm not going to trick myself into believing that I can work in a bar and still be safe. Keep me out of the damn bar. Right. And so, or maybe when you have the relationship, if you have that friend that can really be honest with you and really help you see what's going on, I think that's really important. It's just like when you're drunk, you need somebody to drive you home. But some people are so arrogant that they will literally just grab the keys and start driving because they think that while they're in love, they're able to make rational decisions. And all the data pretty much says that you can't. So knowing thyself, thank you, Calvin McWilliams. There he is, the smartest black man in America. Um, when you know yourself, you love yourself, or when you know yourself, you have the opportunity to love yourself if that's what you choose to do. And also you can protect yourself from yourself. So maybe that's a point we can walk away on, right? That most of the time I have found that when Boyce didn't get what Boyce wanted, the number one adversary that Boyce did not overcome was Boyce. I am my own barrier to almost every single thing I want in life. And that is both sad, it's intimidating, it's humbling, but it's also a joyful revelation because it gives me one problem I gotta solve to open the door to all my wildest dreams. If I solve that one problem where I know myself and I can overcome myself, then ain't nothing on this earth ever going to be able to stop me. So if I can overcome my fear, if I can overcome my laziness, I overcome my temptations, I overcome my distractions. Oh, watch out. Watch out. Because ain't nothing you can't have at that point. So keep that in mind, and don't because I see a lot of times we get taken by our own arrogance. I think that there are a lot of people where I can have this conversation with. First off, I've been talking for an hour and 15 minutes. Most people don't have the attention span to listen to anything for over an hour. But then on top of that, look at how many mistakes people make in relationships that end up destroying everything they have. You done lost your job, you lost your endorsements. Shannon Sharp done lost probably $100 million worth of wealth. Right? And a lot of it, I think, is because we're just not we don't have the self-awareness, nor do we have the humility to say, okay, I got to make a decision. I got to decide what kind of person I'm going to be. So, in my own personal life, there's a reason I married a woman that had a little bit of her own money because I figure if you got your own stuff, you ain't gonna be trying to come take mine. You're protecting what you have, so I ain't gotta watch my back and feel like I gotta take care of you for the rest of your life in case things don't work out. So keep that in mind as you make decisions and talk to your kids about this stuff because this is real stuff. I don't, in fact, I don't even think about this. Process this for a minute. Does it really matter that Tyreek Hill worked his ass off for 10, 15 years to make, that first 20, 30, $40 million if now he's just going to give it all away because he has no discipline when it comes to women? Does it make any sense? No. You literally were working for her, dude. You were her employee. Why? Well, because here's the thing. Pay attention now. Warren Buffett says that wealth is nothing more than a transfer from undisciplined people to disciplined people. That literally when you sell your stock early because you're scared or you don't invest, so you just work your job for 30 or 40 years, or you are chasing anything with a big booty attached to it. Unfortunately, you're in that undisciplined category, which unfortunately happens because capitalism, I told you capitalism ain't nothing but a pimp game. You got somebody sitting back, waiting, watching, observing. They're very conscious, very aware, very disciplined, very patient. They're waiting for you to mess up. Like like the lady that called me one time and told me about how her and her friends would pretty much wait for athletes to come in town, athletes and entertainers to come in town because they knew she said, we know that they're not sexually disciplined,